Hello, YouTube, uh, and everybody out there. My name is Bell or Balakai, and we're gonna take a moment and talk about going into Shining Pearl, which is in a couple days. What do I plan to use? Right? What team do I want to go for? I think this is a healthy way to distract myself from how Blaze Black's going at the moment. First of all, I kind of want to see what they're going to give me if I randomize this, right? Let's just do a quick randomize. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie, right off the rip, like there's some decent stuff here. um, I don't know about this half of it, but these three I could work with. So just off of a randomizer, like I said, Arbok, like Roserade, you could probably do. It'd be all right, but these two right here, it's not gonna be the greatest. Weaknesses overall, you got a lot. Three that are weak to the flying. Three that are weak to fire. It does seem to be a common coverage move, but you're not playing platinum and you're not playing freaking a ROM hack, so the overall coverage until later in the game isn't going to be like a massive deal. Flying coverage is everywhere though, so that's something to look out for on this team. Resistant to fighting, that's not a bad deal. Weakness to steel type is gonna hurt. Like with at least these two, is going to hurt later on against that gym. There's a lot of water types that pop up in that generation, so some grass coverage is good, but I don't know if going too deep into grass would be that great. Gyarados is a monster in Gen 4. I mean, if you have time to set up, you lead with somebody who can pop Hypnosis and you just get like two or three Dragon Dances, and between what was it? The build I usually use is Dragon Dance into I'll use Dragon Dance, Waterfall, Ice Fang, and what was the other? Oh, and I used in Renegade Platinum I use Bounce. I can't remember if it has Bounce in normal Platinum or in Pearl Diamond and Pearl. So at that point you could probably swap that out for a different move depending. But yeah, if you can get the setup on that, I mean, you can even run crunch on it if you wanted an extra move for coverage. But that or flamethrower, I guess. I'm pretty sure it learns. Yeah, it can. Uh, so yeah, Gyarados is a monster. Gyarados can sweep most of the Elite Four with setup. Shedinja is just, if you get one, it's easy. It's just a game changer. Gastrodon is, I mean, Water Ground is a good typing. It's good defensively. It's got a lot of options. So, but all right, let's go ahead and let me see let me take a look at what I kind of want to use. Right, I've been torn on whether or not what starter I want to go to. Traditionally, when I've played Gen 4, I go Chimchar. I kind of want to mix it up. I kind of want to do something different, and I think I'm going to go with Piplup and into Empoleon. Now that gives me a Water Steel type, which is pretty good typing. I like to use Gyarados. My only worry with Gyarados is, I mean, it's not bad. It's just, like I said a minute or two ago, Gyarados is awesome. I just don't want to go too deep into the water. So if we're doing these, everything else needs to be away from the water typing. That's for sure. Unless I want to do like a rain team, I mean, that could be interesting. I'm sure. I mean, we could do like a rain dance team, right? You know, bring back Gastrodon. Maybe throw our boy Luxray on there. And we could bring in. I mean, you could use this dude, but if we want a little bit of coverage, because you got water ground, water steel, water flying. You have an electric to capitalize on big electric moves if you want to have, if you have any, when you have rain dance up. I mean, you could throw in Floatzel. Like, that could be an interesting team. That could be an interesting team if I decide to go that route. The only problem with that, right? If we go into this, weakness wise, there's not a ton of grass users. There is an entire electric gym though. That's where I think I would run into the biggest problem. Aside from that, there's not a lot of weaknesses. The electric gym could potentially be a problem, but I mean, these two right here, if you build them right, could sweep the electric gym. I think. Maybe I'll do that then. Maybe we'll do a rain dance team on one playthrough, right? Now, let's say that I decide to go a different route. All right, so we keep these. I kind of want to use Luxray. I think that's going to be one that's staying on there. There we go. Now it's actually cooperating. I'm a big Garchomp fan, and I mean, he's just so strong in this generation. I mean, he's all around strong for the most part, but could go there. Another team comp I've been thinking about. So that we have these two, we have this, right? And then I kind of want to toss in Heracross for the bug fighting to give a little bit of coverage there. Only problem with that, there's not going to be I don't think there'll be a ton of fairy type moves. Right? It depends on how they change up the typings and stuff and if they add Pokemon in. This one, like I said, I'm not super worried about this. There's a fair amount of ground. We could throw in Snorlax for a nice wall if we need to. That would be fun. Blissey could be kind of interesting. I think a safe team. I mean, a lot of people are gonna do this and use Staraptor, but I might go for like Crobat in there. You got to worry about the rock issue, right? And we're gonna have weakness to Psychic, but overall that won't be too bad. So that's another team option I could think I could look into. Just to keep a nice mix, because like I said, I really want to use this. I want to use Luxray because I don't think I've ever really used him in a playthrough, so I kind of want to use him. I know that's shocking. A lot of people, he seems to be a staple in a lot of people's lineups going into this game, but Garchomp's a bit overused, but I mean, come on, Garchomp and Gyarados, they're game changers. Crobat is super well statted. You can get it at like 22, 23, depending on how you go about things. If you get the Soothe Bell and you do a lot of running around, you can get him pretty quick. And Heracross, you mess around with some trees, you can get Heracross quite easily. That gives a fair amount of coverage. The only thing you're missing is ghost coverage, but I have no immunities to ghost, no weaknesses to ghost. Like that would be kind of a problem spot. But a couple people on the bench, right? A couple backup pieces, and you should be fine there. So I don't know. This is another one I'm thinking about. So I might do the rain dancing type team, or I might play around with something like this. That's kind of where I'm at right now. What I'm thinking about. But yeah, I don't know. If depending on how you feel, if you agree, let me know. You know, if you disagree, you think this is a terrible team, also let me know. You know, either way. So that will be it for that. I'm gonna go back over to Blaze Black.